Hi, Stacy here with Bluebird Paper and Thread, and welcome to my channel. This is our new addition, Chanel. My daughter came home with her on Sunday. She's a little cranky because she just woke up and she went to the vet today. So she got her deworming and she got her first shot. And Chloe isn't quite sure what to do with her yet. To be good. She's adjusting. Yeah, she's adjusting. Anyways, we're not sure what she is. We were thinking that she was half Siamese, and then we started looking up kittens, and she looks an awful lot like a white, a Siberian cat, white tabby. So we'll see. We'll see. But she's a love. She's very affectionate. Ooh, Chloe got skittish. So anyway, so this is our newest addition. It's not a puppy, but it makes not having a dog a little bit easier because we've got something fun in the house. So now we have 3 cats. It's great fun. I'll be right back. I'm going to take her back to her mom. Okay. She's all situated with her mom. If you are new to my channel, welcome. As you can see, I share a little bit of my life, what's going on. My channel is basically about my hobbies: cross stitching, sewing, eventually a little bit of quilting, paper crafting. I like to do cards and gift bags and treat boxes and gift tags, things like that. If you like what you see, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends, hit the notification bell so that you know when I'm uploading a new video. As you can see, this is new, right up there. Also, my air conditioner is new. The other one broke. I'm not surprised because I got it. I got $100 off, and it came and it was dented. So I'm really not surprised that it stopped working on us. So I bought a new one. We put it in last Sunday, and then the weather went to fall. So I may or may not use it until spring. We'll see. But I'm glad that it's there because if it gets a little warm in here, it will be there for me. This week I had a finish I did I separated my whips into 2 different bags: seasons and holidays and everything else. So from the everything else bag, I pulled a project that was fairly close to a finish, and I finished it. I think it took 2 nights or a morning and an evening, something like that. I also did a little bit of stitching, and I have a tiny bit of haul, and I also watched some new floss tubers. I watched some floss tubers last year. I forgot to mention them, so I'm going to mention all of them here, and I'm gonna do that now so that I don't forget, because I get to the end of the video and I just forget. Last week I watched Lone Star Stitchers, Stitching in the Land of Good Enough, and Microbiologist Makes. The only one that I can really, well, first of all, Stitching in the Land of Good Enough, she owns a quilt store in, I think it's Maryland, and she lives in Rhode Island, so I think she's very close to the border from what it sounds like. So she's now just doing Flosstube on her personal stuff, not her shop. For a while there, she was doing some shop updates as well as her personal, and now she's just doing her personal, and she's hilarious. She loves backyard birds like I love backyard birds, and she has a little dog that barks when she's doing her videos, and you know, I've got Chloe. So she's fun. I really do enjoy her videos. She's got a really good personality, and she knows how to laugh at herself, and her projects are amazing. So check her out if you haven't done so already. Microbiologist Makes. I've watched a couple of her videos, and she has some really cute projects too. I really, really do like her. So check her out. I think you'll enjoy her. Lone Star Stitchers, honestly, because it was last week, I'm not quite sure what their video was about, but they were at the top of my list. So go check them out as well. I will link them in the description box below. This week I watched Stitchy Friends. So it's two friends that stitch and Flosstube together, and they're doing some great projects. So check them out. Pumpkin Hollow Quilts. Everything she does is right up my alley. I love everything she's working on. She does cross stitching and she does quilting, and I love it all. Crisscross Stitch. He's a fun one to watch. He is from the South. I think he was born in La Jolla, California. He grew up in the South. He's a great storyteller. So what he's doing, he will talk to you about his grandmother who essentially raised him, and he'll do stories on his grandmother. Well, now he's 2 episodes in on explaining and talking about his mom and her story, and it's quite interesting. He has some great stitches. He's very, very sweet. He's a good watch. So if you haven't found him and are watching him already, go check him out. I do enjoy his projects a lot. He's very good at stitching, and he's got some really nice finishes too that he showed. He refinished. He moved from LA to, I think, Vermont, and he had to reframe a couple of his pieces for his kitchen, and it was nice to see what they were before and what they are now, and they're very similar in the finishing, just a different color palette. And it's nice that he shared that you don't have to toss something out if you still like it. Just repurpose it, reframe it, and give it a different look. So that was fun. St. Roger's Place. She is not cross stitch, but she is embroidery. She has an Etsy shop, and she has some really, really cute embroidery pieces in her Etsy shop. I watched her. The video I watched was the video on how much she makes selling her patterns through Etsy her first year. So I just thought, why not look? I do have an Etsy shop, and there's nothing in it right now, but I'm always curious because it's been many years since I've actually sold something through Etsy. So I'm always curious to see how people are doing. Her stitches that she showed, so cute. Now I'm thinking I have to do embroidery too, and I'm going to have to order some of her patterns. They're really cute. So go check her out if you haven't done so already. I will link them in the description box below so that you'll have easy access to them. My finish. I have been working on the Queen of the Bees. I'm working on this one down here. And I finished it. I am using the called for flosses. I will say some of the colors are very, very similar, like heirloom gold and Oh no, they're the exact same thing. That's why they're similar, Stacy. They're the same one. Heirloom gold and moss. They have some similar tones in them. So there's not as much variation in the color palette, but there's enough. I am stitching this on, I think it's a, picture this plus, I don't know. It's printed on one side and not on the other. It's a even weave. I'm not sure of the count, but there we go. It was very close to a finish. I had this done, the bottom done, and half of the hive done. So I finished it all. Took me like 2-3 stitchy sessions, but I love it. I really do. I'm not sure how I'm going to finish it. My original thought when I started this was to finish it in a pillow and put it on a tier tray. I don't think I'm going to do that now. I think what I may do is, I have a finishing, the cat's down there, I'm not going to roll her over. I have a finishing board back here that I did in a red color that I'm not real wild about, so I may spray paint that black and I might finish her on that, and I think that would be really cute. It's like one of those paddle cheese board looking things. So felt good to get one more thing done and out of my whip bag, I guess, if you can say that. I put in quite a bit of time on autumn stitching seasons, autumn, because today is the first full day of fall and I really would like to enjoy this one for the majority of fall before we get to Christmas. It is a kit through Fat Quarter Shop. I'm stitching this on 28 count thin white pine board with the called for provided flosses. You can see kitten marks. And then the cat, Chloe, when she doesn't get what she wants, you know, she's got tortitude because she's a tortoise calico, so she, you know, she anyways, so called for flosses, and the kit comes also with the bag and the zipper pull Priscilla's plaid finishing fabric, the chart, and a card that has everything in the kit in case you need to reorder something, as well as a finishing idea and all of a supply list on the back for it. And I feel like I made really good progress on this one. Let me grab my board. So on this one, I finished the greenhouse. I added the pumpkin, started the scarecrow. I started working on the crows and autumn, and then I started bringing the ground all the way over, and I started working on the second house. I'm trying to stitch all of one color at a time, which is why it's kind of hodgepodgey like that. A few more stitchy sessions and this should be done, and then I can finish it, which will be nice. So I'm excited to work on that. It'll get done probably right as the winter one comes, and then that's it. I've decided I don't think I'm going to do another quarterly stitch for this year. I think just for budgetary purposes, I need to pull back a little bit. We'll see. I'm gonna try not to spend so much money this coming year on Stitchy stuff, unless I'm needing something to work on a chart that I already have. If I need a piece of fabric, which I should have enough to get through a big chunk of my patterns, and flosses. I will allow myself to buy flosses. Now, having said that, I did buy I subscribed to Hello from Liz Matthews Patreon page, which I'll talk about a little bit later, and downloaded a pattern that she did for her Patreon group because it's adorable and I love it. And you can't get in there, baby. And I know Teresa Kogut is coming out with a harvest book that has some really super cute fall projects in it. She's teased a little bit of it on her Patreon group, and I will buy that. But other than that, I really am going to try to not buy. I'm going to stitch from stash. We'll see how it goes. Famous last words, right? Okay, I put in quite a bit of time, and I say quite a bit of time. I feel like I stitched several days, but honestly, it might be a couple of mornings and an evening, or a morning and a couple of evenings that I stitch. But my monthly weigh-in for September, again, stitching with the Housewives. September, the sign is done. And I put in a lot of time. Well, this went really quickly. I made a lot of progress. So I started last night working on the scale. I added the blackbirds. I worked on the greenery, added some flowers. So it is moving along nicely. I have discovered this is being stitched on the called for, which is a Monaco 28 count tea dyed Monaco. And I've discovered that this fabric, it's a little stiffer, and I can stitch in hand really, really easily, and things are going much quicker by stitching in hand with it. So that's what I've been doing. And I feel like that's why I made so much progress. It's coming along enough that I feel like today or tomorrow I actually need to start painting the finishing piece so that I can have it ready about the same time that this is ready to be finished. I don't think I'll get this done in the next week or two, but I'm hoping before Halloween to have it done. Yeah. I'm finding that I'm getting tired of stitching on the same things over and over again. I'm getting to a point where it's like, let's finish it. Let's finish the series. Let's move it on out. With that chart, I'm also getting the thread pack. So I subscribe to the Fat Quarter Shop. They're doing the monthly weigh-in as just a drop ship. So it comes with the chart and the called for floss. I had to purchase the Monaco separately. So that has come in. And, you know, this is how it comes. So this is October and this is November. I'm already behind. This was sent to me in July. So that, you know, you could be done with it by September. So this is one that it will get done when it gets done, and it will be okay. There's a little picture of the October. It's not real great, but I don't want to take the floss out to show you. I'll just do it anyways, in case you're curious. That's October. So cute. Look at that cat. Ugh. And the treat bag down here. Every time I look at it, I see something different. Really cute. I want to say they teased December, and I think there are a lot of trees. I don't know. We'll see. And then November. That turkey, the garland with the acorns at the top and the leaves. The cake stand, just so cute. So I'm enjoying this. I found that when I started September, when I started with the pumpkin stack, and I really wasn't getting into it, and then I finished the pumpkin stack, and now I didn't want to put it down. I had to make myself put it down so I could stitch on something else. So I think it's going to be cute. And my goal is to keep it up there and swap it out every month. Put in a teeny tiny bit of time on Autumn Days ornaments. I don't think I finished a third. I have these two done, which I think I showed you last week. And I put some time in only on one of them this week, and it was the apple picking barrel. I think I did this one morning. I added the cream color, and I think I'm almost done with the cream. So I am moving it along. This is something I want to have done by November so I can hang it on my garland for probably maybe a little bit before Halloween, but definitely November so that I can enjoy it. And I'm stitching this on the called for, hold on, my fabric just fell out of my bag. Stitching it on the called for fabric, which is 25 count even weave in parchment, vintage cloth. Again, very easy to stitch in hand. It's a small enough piece that even if you're not used to it, you cannot get in there, that you can. Stitch it in hand. And then the called for flosses. Again, I ordered the pack, so I had all the colors, and I love them. They're very fallish. I think out of all of the seasons, I really like stitching fall the most. It's the deeper colors. Kind of makes you feel like cozy and warm, and you're getting ready for the cool weather, and sweaters and pumpkin pie and pumpkin spice stuff. So I really do. I don't want to stitch it all year long, but there comes a point, usually Usually sometime in August, where I just can't stand it anymore and I have to start stitching fall. So that's that. Okay, and that's all I had really for whips. I didn't get a lot done, partially because we have, you know, the new kitten, so she's taking a little bit of time so that we can spend time with her and get her accustomed to us, and, you know, play with her, and because we all come home at different times, so it's nice to be able to spend some time with her. I just today, saw on, I think it was Instagram, Hello from Liz Matthews released a pattern for her Patreon group, and it's gorgeous. So I had to get it. So I went to Patreon and I thought, well, how much is she going to charge? So she's got 3 tiers. The first tier is $10, and it's pattern. I think it's called the Pattern Stasher, and you get access to the pattern. So that's what I did. And then she has one for $12, and then she has one for, I think, $20. And of course, each price point gets you a few more benefits. But for right now, I could do 10. So I do Teresa Kogut at the 20, and I'm doing this one at 10. But how could I not? I love this pattern. I love it. She will release this in a year to everybody. So if you don't want to be on the Patreon group, or you don't have to have this right now like I did, you can certainly just wait a year, and it'll be part of her, probably her fall release. But it's stunning. And it's not going to work up to be very big. If you stitch it on 20 or 40 count, it's going to be 5 3/4 by 5. So it really isn't going to be a big stitch. So I had to. And now I have to kit it up and start it with everything else. Anyways, sometime in August or July, maybe it was July. Oh, there's the cat. She likes to sit and perch herself on the back of chairs, and hopefully she won't rip this chair. Fat Quarter Shop celebrated 20 years in the business. And they did a lot of giveaways and raffles and things like that. So what they decided to do is they were going to give away however many items just by subscribing to their newsletter, which I have subscribed to their newsletter for years. So my name was pulled. I was one of 50 or 60 people whose name was pulled. And so she gave me a 2-quarter subscription to the Stitch Quarterly. So the Stitch Quarterly, as best I can tell, it's a pattern designed by, it's So Emma, I believe. Yes, it's So Emma, and it's kitted really nicely, and you get all of the things. You get the chart, fabric, floss pack, needle minder, floss drops, and a really cute bag. Well, it came. So this is my first of 2 installments, and it came, and this is it. So I don't know if you can see. It's got pumpkins on the bottom. A really cute bag. These bags are really nice. They're mesh. You can stitch them. They have a nice gusset, so they'll fit quite a bit in it if you need it to. And then the pack, Fall Harvest. This is how it came to me. And you get floss drops, which I'm not sure I'm going to use these. We'll have to wait and see. So they may be in a future giveaway. needle minder, which I love. The floss pack for this project, and a John James needle. And the fabric by Fabric Flair, Autumn Splendor Sampler 14 count Ada. I'm going to take this out of the bag, so sorry for the crinkling. But look at it. I love it. And actually, I think my my Queen of the Bees was finished on Fabric Flair, not Picture This Plus. You get the card like you do with the Stitching with the Housewives. That gives you all of the things in case you want to reorder, and finishing information on the back. And that's the pattern. Really cute. Thank you, Fat Quarter Shop. I love it. I'm not sure where I will put this or what I will do with it. It may go out here somewhere. It may go in the kitchen for fall. I may gift it. I don't know, but I'm thrilled to have been chosen, to have my name selected. I think that's the first time I've ever won anything through a Flosstube Stitchy thing. I've won several times at different paper crafting, scrapbooking type events, but nothing through Flosstube. So I'm thrilled. I love it all. The color palette is gorgeous. So I'm very excited. Next, I tell you I do a little bit of sewing, and I brought some of it in because tomorrow my mom and I are doing a craft show. We used to do them, you know, several each fall, and then as my job duties changed and I picked up more hours and went from part-time to full-time, I don't really even have time to I barely have time to stitch and paper craft, let alone sew and prep for a show. My bandwidth is done by the end of the day, and by the end of the week I just want to veg. So luckily I had oversewn quite a bit the last time I did do some sewing, and it's been, I don't think we went last year. I think one of us was sick. I don't know. We didn't wind up doing the craft show last year, but we are doing it this year. So I just brought a couple of my things to show you, and just to show you what I do. So I make wristlets. They're pleated. They're lined. No pockets on the inside of these. But they're really cute. They're just, I really like the way they work up. Gray lining. And I have a black one. Black and gray flowers. I have more. I just pulled out 1 or 2 or 4 of each thing that I do. I also have made, now I think this is really cute. I've not sold very many of these at all. But it's a wristlet that's more like a pouch. This would probably be a really cute, like, knitting bag If you have a small knitting project like socks or a scarf, throw them in there. I do love this fabric though too. And I make totes. This is one of my totes. So it's got bamboo handles, a nice gusset. It has a pocket. And then there's this tote. This is my favorite. It's fun to make, and they look really, really nice, and they're super roomy. And then I make clutches. No pockets, but really nice frames. This one has a red flower on the front, red lining. A small makeup bag clutch purse, again with the red. And then of course, the coin purses. The small coin purses. Those are all from patterns. These next two are my original designs that I came up with, and I'm actually trying to figure out how I can alter to accommodate something stitchy. So I have a jewelry roll mini, and I have a full-size jewelry roll. That's the mini. So up here, necklaces can go through here, and then you've got a pocket here, and a pocket here, and a pocket with a snap here. So I've been contemplating what I could do with this to make it like a roll-up needle book type of a thing. We'll see what I come up with. So there's that. And this was second. The first one I ever made was a full-size jewelry roll. And let me tell you, a lot of brides bought these to give to their bridal party. I love this fabric. It is so beautiful. They can hang it up here, 2 spots for jewelry. Necklaces can tuck down inside so they don't get tangled. Pockets here on either side, a ring roll which pops off like that. You put your rings on it, and then a zipper pouch at the bottom. So these are original designs, both of these. A half size and a full size. What I don't enjoy making on this is the pockets, but I love the way it looks. These pockets, but I love the way it looks. So I don't know, we'll see. And then I make makeup bag sets. These little makeup bags hold a lot. So this set comes with a makeup bag and a gift card holder. And a key fob. And then the lining is that pretty pale polka dot. And it's perfect for gift giving. Around the holidays, I used, when I did a show closer to, you know, the holidays, I would sell a lot of these. They're great gifts, and it's a $20 price point. Can't go wrong. And another one, butterflies. Again, gift card holder, key fob, and this one has a gray lining. And a gray and pink. I have sold these separately. And then I have this makeup bag set for $17. A small set, a small bag, and a larger bag. No pockets on the inside. I love this fabric. It's so bright and vibrant and beautiful. Then I had a die set and I made coin purses. So I have this one, I have this one, and I have this one. This one has the button closure. They're lined with felt, all out of a wool blend felt. And then I have key fobs. Those two. These two. That one's got a, I think it's a Swarovski crystal in the middle of that one. And then there's this one. And then the heart. I'm not as wild about that one. I like the flowers. I just don't think I like the red around it. It just doesn't do it for me. So I'm not surprised this one hasn't sold. And that's just kind of a sampling of what I do. So I love working with the zippers, which, you know, my mom hates working with zippers, and she's a really accomplished seamstress and hates zippers. I love them. So I don't know, pulling all of this out this morning, I was thinking, oh, I should get back to sewing. But anyways, I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's all I've been up to. I will give you a report next week on the status of my sale of the show tomorrow. Next week, I may or may not come to you on Saturday. Work is having our annual benefit auction, so it is an all afternoon evening thing. If I can get to filming in the morning, I will. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get it uploaded before I have to report for duty, but I will definitely get it up by Sunday for sure. And I think that's it. If you haven't done so already, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, share with your friends, comment. I love to read your comments. They're just fun. And oh wait, I'm looking at my notes here. I have one more thing I want to talk to you about before I sign off. Chantel's 141 Design Company, her mystery box is on pre-order status and will be on pre-order status until the 30th. It's $43 and I think shipping is included, and you will get a really cute box with I think 5 or 6 different finishing pieces that are ornament size. Most are different. Last year that was different from what she had offered. She offered some of them after the fact and changed the sizing on a couple of things too to give more options. But these are really, I do enjoy it. I think it's a really good value for the money. It's fun to get something like that in the mail. So if you are wanting to do that, please make sure that you go onto her Etsy website. I will link it below so that you can order your box. If you don't get the order in by the 30th, you will not get an opportunity to purchase the box. There, that is it. Have a great week, everybody. I hope you get lots of stitching time in. Enjoy the first few days of fall, and we will talk to you later. Happy stitching. Bye.